Beverly, the Museum Assistant here at the Sutliff Museum, and welcome back to our Victorian Medicine series. For this installment, I again want to talk about some of the unusual and unexpected causes of death in the Victorian era, and again I want to talk about something in particular here in the museum. So another cause of death that was pretty unusual in the Victorian era was the color green. In particular, certain shades of green were harmful due to the use of copper arsenite to create the brilliant hues. Scheele's green, created by Carl Wilhelm Scheele in 1775, was chemically simpler than the later Paris green, created in 1814 to be an improvement on the older pigment. The colors of both pigments is comparable to the more modern Kelly green, and the rich green color of both Scheele's and Paris greens were very popular and present in the era, used in painting and fabric dyes alike to invoke the brilliant natural greens were being lost to industrialization. And they often showed up in wallpaper, such as the wallpaper here in our very own museum. So, although people knew by the time that eating arsenic was deadly, they didn't actually realize that being around it could cause a lot of problems. So, once again, one contributing factor to the deadliness of the color green was its sheer popularity and therefore presence in wallpapers of the period. So the wallpaper in the museum here has some greens in it, and it's entirely possible that the original period version of this pattern may have used arsenic in its green pigments. So we know being around arsenic is dangerous, but how exactly could it potentially kill you? Well, to illustrate, I'm going to use a real-world example, Napoleon's death. After his defeat by the Duke of Wellington, Napoleon was exiled to St. Helena, a small island in the South Atlantic. And his room on that island was his favorite color, green. So his official cause of death is cancer, and later testing did actually show a lot of arsenic in his system close to his death, and that raised a lot of questions about his death at the time, for a while. So arsenic could be found in a wide variety of products at the time, not just paints and as fabric dye, but it could also be found in hair tonics and even medicines. Although according to a 2007 article in National Geographic, arsenic probably didn't kill him, it certainly didn't help his already weak immune system. So there are two main explanations for how arsenic in wallpaper could be harmful to you and how it could get into your system. The more simple explanation is the most common one, affecting a lot more people who lived in homes with arsenic wallpaper. Flakes of paint break off of the wallpaper, and people breathe in the chips, whatever size they might be, and that can lead to ulcers and then later death. The other explanation deals more specifically with the humid climate of St. Helena. So St. Helena is an island in the South Atlantic, and it's very humid, and chemical reactions with the heat and or moisture in the air can cause a release of arsenic gas in the air, something that could very likely happen on that small island in the South Atlantic. So it's possible that it affected Napoleon, we're not for sure. Well, thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to call or email us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on social media at Sutliff Museum for more facts about the abolitionist movement, the Victorian era, and of course, the Sutliff family.